Hey everybody, Coach Allie here today. I'm going to teach you how to hit a forehand in tennis. I broke it down into 5 really easy steps. If you do these 5 steps, you're going to be able to hit the ball on the court and be playing a game in no time. So first of all is your grip. You got to learn how to hold the racket. You want the fleshy part of your thumb, between your index finger and your thumb, to be on the top of your racket. Kind of like you're shaking hands with your racket, you want the racket face to be perpendicular to the ground, as shown in the middle picture. And then once your right hand feels comfortable, you want to feel like you have a pretty good grip, you can put your left hand loosely on top just for support. So once you're holding the racket, you got to work on your stance. Picture on the left of me, I'm not ready to get to the ball at all, I'm just standing, kind of dragging my feet. You won't get to the ball in time. Picture on the right shows me on my toes, facing forward with the racket in front of me, so I'm ready to get to the ball. Because the ball could go anywhere on the court, you want to be able to sidestep or to run there in time, and if you're not standing right, you won't be ready for it. So you want to be able to plant yourself in a spot and get to a spot where you can hit the ball comfortably. You don't want T-Rex arms where you're scrunched up swatting at it. You also don't want it out of your reach where you can't hit the ball with very good power or balance. So, third step, you got to prep for contact. So once you got that stance, you're ready to hit the ball, you're going to take your top left hand off the racket and you're going to pivot to the side like I'm doing here. You're going to keep your eye on the ball to make sure you can actually hit it, and then you got to get your racket ready before the ball arrives. You don't want the ball to be in front of you and you're just now like starting to swing your racket, because that ball is going to soar right past you and you're not going to have a chance to hit it. So you got to be ready when the ball gets there. You already want to have your racket back, kind of like I have here. I'm looking into the mirror is what I'm told. So that's how I was taught. You're looking in your racket like it's a mirror and you're looking at the back of your wrists. And you have your left hand out for balance and for judgment to kind of see where the ball is going to bounce. And you're going to get ready to make a loop. So you don't want to just swat at the ball and have it bounce off your racket. You're going to make that loop so you have a bunch of force coming and you're going to make contact with the ball. But you're going to wait until the ball is like right there to make your loop, which we'll talk about in the next step. So contact. You're going to swing your racket from that mirror position out behind you like you're making a C with your racket. And then you're going to hit the ball at about waist level. And you're going to hit the ball in the middle of the racket face to get the most power and most control. And you're going to have your racket perpendicular to the ground, because if it's facing too far up, your ball is going to just go way up in the air, probably over the fence. But if it's facing downwards, then it's just going to go into the net and it's not going to go to the other side. And it's important to remember when you make contact, swinging your racket really fast, speed does not equal power. So trying to swing really fast, isn't going to give you more power. So just focus on your form and power will come in time. So the 5th step, follow through. You gotta follow through with your whole body. So your shoulders, your hips, you're going from that sideways stance you had, and you're turning your body forward, and that's gonna give you a lot of power, because you're not just using your arms, you're using your whole body. So you follow through where you want the ball to go, just finish there with your racket, and then bring your racket up to your shoulder. And then you get ready for your next, for the next hit. So let's watch a quick video. So I'm swinging the racket back and pivoting. I'm keeping my eye on the ball, and then I'm making that C with my racket and bringing it back. Have my left arm out, and I'm making contact at about waist high and following through to my shoulder. So practice this motion a couple times without a ball until you're comfortable, and then you can add a ball in, and we'll watch another video. So racket back, I'm making a loop behind me, hit the ball at waist level, make contact in the middle, and follow through. And that is how you hit a forehand in tennis.